Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while, but today we are here at Navara in the Mx-5s for a race that marked the first ever on-track battle I had with a very good friend of mine. But now, without further ado, let's head straight to the grid for the race start. So here we are rounding the second or third last corner. The Toyotas are up ahead, so we are waiting for the green lights to go. The start was a bit of a shambles because we let the Toyotas have a heap of room up front, but then for some reason near the end we just closed right up to them, which means as we're heading into the final corner and onto the main straight, we are going to be right up on their gearboxes, as you can see up ahead by the absolute hive of activity and cars up front there. But we are on the main straight and we are making our way down. We have an Mx-5 pulling to our inside here. This first corner is very tricky at this track, and it is not fun. One of my least favorite corners I've ever raced around on iRacing, but we're going to try get through safely. The car does get down our inside, but it's all just to make sure I keep going and don't end the race early on the opening lap. It is not what we want. We've had a few races like that in the past, which is why we are down in B class now, and we were C class last season. But we are fighting our way back up the license classes. But now we head through the sweeper for the first time, which is going to bring a lot of accidents and trouble. As you can see up ahead, Toyota's going wide, almost making contact already in the race. And this is only going to get worse and even more intense as the cars file through in single file and some too wide into the sharp right-hander onto the back straight, and it's a long one too, as we've got yellow flags for a slow blue Toyota on our right there. We're going to try use the overspeed the Mx-5 has down the straight with its lighter car, but as we go to the braking zone, I'm too late on the brakes and we give Dom in front of us an absolute punt, and we just managed to escape the nose of the Toyota that was creeping around our outside there, and that is an absolute big shunt. But we are lucky, and for Dom as well, we are very lucky to get away with that with nothing more than 4x and a little bit of front bumper damage. But now we head on to lap 2, and Dom is making a move up the inside of Shao in the Toyota, and we are going to try follow suit. Maybe Shao runs it a little bit wide. We're going to send it down the inside into the second part of that opening corner, and we get the move done with the car Mx-5 behind, also trying to follow us through. He's around the outside in the rear view mirror. But let's see what he can do, and he does. He gets the move done, but we are now up into P8 after starting P10. But we got lots of yellow flags in front. There's smoke and there's cars everywhere. We've got a BMW, we've got an Mx-5 and Toyota, another Mx-5. This is absolute shambles, and now the Mx-5's in the way in the middle of the road. Managed to avoid him. He was very good at pulling out the way, but now we get into the corner. We're getting absolutely dive bombed by the blue Mx-5 from miles back. He was at least 2-3 car lengths behind, but jeez, I was not happy at this point. But luckily, because of his tight line, I got a better exit and have a good amount of slip chain. We're going to send it back down the inside, get on the brakes, not too late. He's still there on the outside, but we get the better run through the corner, and we managed to hold onto our P6 position, not giving it away just as we had gained from those accidents. But we are in a decent position here, already gained 4 positions from where we started. But as you know, in motorsport, this could all go down in a matter of seconds. It could all be for nothing, but we hope that doesn't happen. We keep fighting and racing with more yellow flags, but it's just 2 Toyotas off to the right hand side who are slow, and I believe both peeling into the pits. Actually no, one of them stays out to race, but we luckily are not in the pits, and we are fighting for what could be a top 5 here. We have Dom in front, and I do think I have more pace than him, but I guess we'll find out. Now here is a replay of what happened there, that big shunt, or what I believe is big shunt. You can see cars absolutely everywhere, smoke, and then this Mx-5 goes around, the Toyota just turns him. I don't know if it's kind of 2 cars going into one width space, I'm not quite sure, but it did ruin his race and many others. But now we are on lap 3, and we are right on Dom's tail. We should hopefully get the move done soon. We have been reeling him in, and we are much quicker than him. As you can see, we are flying through the corners in comparison, but we are slowly losing the cars ahead because he's holding me up, and this is what I was worried about. Slower cars holding you up, even the Toyotas maybe holding you up as he has a moment. Dom has a moment. We're going to switch to the inside, a last minute decision, and send it down into the sharp hairpin, and we get the move done, and I'm absolutely chuffed with that. That was a brilliant move, or so I thought. It was a really good move. That little last minute decision to duck down the inside rather than the outside, and we are up into the top 5 places after starting P10. What a start to the race this has been. But now we are on lap 6, watching a good friend of mine in the white Mx-5, and you can see me in the background there. He is absolutely battling it out with these Toyotas, trying to get back up into the top 3, but the Toyota turns across his nose and he loses a bunch of time, allowing the other pink Mx-5 to make its way around the outside. Is he going to get the move done, or is my friend going to fight him off? He has a little disconnection there, but the pink Mx-5 gets the move done down the inside, and that is going to be that for now. But what was that Toyota doing, just cutting across his nose? This is allowing me, though, a good opportunity as I'm just gaining and gaining on them now. They are super slow, especially with the traffic of the quicker BMWs as a Toyota goes spinning off in the background there. I actually think that was the one that cut across my friend's nose, so you know what? Karma. He deserved it. But yes, as you can see, the traffic is holding him up, and this is giving me an opportunity to do something I have never done before, and that is battle him on an actual official race. And this is our opportunity here as we jump to the action on that straight that we just saw them racing down. And we are up behind this Toyota of Alberto, and he runs it super wide, and that's giving me the opportunity to just slip on through down the inside, super easy, not a worry in the world. And we are still P4. Actually, we're P4. Never realized when we got up to P4, but hey, I'm all for it. As you can see, there are 2 MX-5s, my friend, and P2 up in front, and we are going to see if we can get the move done on hopefully both of them. A double or P2 would be absolutely incredible, as we have this back marker who was in the shunt earlier on the inside, and I'm hoping he's going to let us through. Yes, he does. He does let us through, and we are still P4 as the pink guy's off. The MX-5's off, and he almost comes across and hits us as he rejoins. What happened there? He must have just lost the rear end. But now I'm sitting in a podium position with a good friend of mine right in front of me, and this is my chance to make my mark. He has a lot more iRating than me, as you can see on the left-hand side there, 3.4k to 1.7. He has exactly double my iRating, but can these MX-5s level the playing field, and am I going to be able to get the move done? I guess you'll have to wait and see, as I'm going to put as much pressure as I possibly can on to force him into a mistake and get down the inside or the outside, just getting up a place into P2. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for a long time. But now we continue on lap 7. We are still here sitting behind him and hoping for a move to come, a mistake to allow us through. But we'll see what happens, as we are really close behind him actually. And we are hopefully, I think we're in the slipstream here, strong enough, but he just gets a little bit more drive out the corner. But now the slipstream's coming into play a little bit. He's not pulling away so much, and he's going to hold us there. And we're going to slightly gain a little bit here. A little bit by a little bit. I'm sitting in P3 on the podium. Don't want to throw it away, and definitely don't want to get into arguments with my friend. So I do not want to make a mistake by braking too late and taking him out, for both our safety rating and iRating sake. And friendship's sake, to be honest. So we do not want to be doing that. So we are going to keep going. We're still in behind, and we're still within 0.5 of a second. It was 0.4 there, so even closer. But as you can see, on lap 10, he has pulled away a decent amount, 1.5 seconds, but he has got traffic. A Toyota and an MX-5, and that Toyota's gone a little bit wide, which has forced him to get on the brakes mid-corner. Not what you want to do, and you can see instantly that 1.5 second gap he had has dropped significantly to almost just over 0.5. There we go, 0.5 of a second. And this, yet again, has given us another opportunities. These Toyotas are giving us chances to get overtakes left, right, and center. They are unrelenting in their traffic chaos. But now we are sitting right behind him. And let's see, down the back straight, can we maybe get a better run out of the corner here and make the move stick maybe? But no, we don't have a good drive. They both have better drives than us. But now as we head down the straight, the Toyota brake checks him. I think the Toyota must have brake checked him, and I get on the brakes a little because I don't want to get involved in this scrap. But that now means the Toyota is going to be down my inside. I'm going to have to let him through. But what in the world was that? I just saw the white MX-5 just braked in the middle of the road. I'm assuming the Toyota brake checked him. That's the only possible explanation. But that was very nearly a major accident on the back straight, which would have seen me up into P2, but it wouldn't have been great on the happy side, and it wouldn't have been as enjoyable as getting the move done properly. But we are here now on lap 12. We are still sitting just within 1 second of him ahead, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make a move. We did gain about 3/10 to that one corner, so we had a very, very good corner in comparison. But I don't know, he's just more consistent throughout the lap, and he's putting in much quicker lap times than me, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get the move done unless he makes a mistake, which I hope he does, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. But so far, this has been an absolutely incredible race. I'll happily finish in P3. It's a podium position, the first in a long time, and the first back in B class, even though it is a C class race. So I will happily take a P3. It'll be a massive boost to the I rating, but sadly on the safety rating side, I'm not so sure. I just got another off track there, so I'm on 8x. 4 obviously was for that opening lap punt by accident, but then the other 4 have been off tracks, which have been a little weird because sometimes they're a little bit, I think, over strict. But at this track, it's just what it is. We're here rounding the final corner on the final lap of the race. We weren't able to get him, but as I said, happily settling in for a P3 podium finish. We both went from I think he went from P6 and I went from P10 to the podiums. What a race, the best I've had in a long time. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope for many more just like that one, hopefully, because that was incredible. So here are the results from that race, and what a race it was. As you can see, did get a massive boost to my I rating, a plus 59, which puts us into the 1.8k region and not too far off 1.9. Could this be the season that I finally get into 2k? I've come so close. I think the highest I've had is a 1960. So I've come really close, but I've not yet hit it. But then again, as you can also see, the safety rating took a little bit of a hit. 0.09, which I think is a little bit harsh for only 8 incidents. I mean, it's not only 8 incidents. 8 incidents is quite a lot, but for 25 minutes of a race, I think it's a little bit harsh. But other than that, third in class, super happy with that result, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And as always, link to Discord is in the description. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.